Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Seth from Engage Podcast. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm with my host, Anthony. Say hi, Anthony.
What's going on, everybody?
And we have a fantastic episode for you today. We discuss a John C. Maxwell quote. Go ahead and read it, Anthony.
Okay, Commander Seth. The quote is,
You can call me.
most people have the desire to look for the exceptional instead of the desire to be exceptional.
Go ahead and read it again.
Okay, Commander Seth. Most people have the desire to look for the exceptional instead of the desire to be exceptional.
Awesome. So you guys sit back, relax, open your mind, and engage with us as you listen to this fantastic episode that we have prepared for you today. Enjoy. So, you want to go ahead and read the quote, Mr. Anthony, of what we'll be discussing today?
Today's leadership quote is by John C. Maxwell.
Thoughts? Well, first of all, we should start with, do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree.
I disagree. Well, okay, I should. That's it. We'll see you guys next week. I should preface it. I think it's all about the context. So do you think this is universally true, or do you think, because I don't think it's universally true.
Well, first of all, what are you disagreeing with? What are you
I
referring
disagree.
to?
I disagree with the point of the most people have the desire to look for the exceptional instead of the desire to be exceptional. The reason why I disagree with that is because we're living in an era and a culture because of social media that every millennial thinks that they are the exceptional. Like they think that they are special. They think they are exceptional. Rather than having the humility to look to other people and learn from them. And so that's why I disagree with it, is because my opinion is that a lot of people who are in my age group, they need to stop thinking of themselves as exceptional and look to those who are exceptional and learn from them. But then in other cases too, like I think it all depends on what the context is, because there are cases, if you put this quote in the sentence or in the meaning of be the example you wish to see in the world, which is a Gandhi quote, then I absolutely agree with it. Because you do need to, rather than looking for someone who's exceptional, the desire to be exceptional.
Mm-hmm. I guess my first thoughts are, when I read this quote, most people have the desire to look for the exceptional instead of the desire to be exceptional. What I hear is another quote by Jim Rohn that says, leaders first have to be before they do. And in that way, I completely agree with this quote. Most people, when I say most, 90% of people think that leadership has to do with doing things. That's true, but there's something that's before that. Leaders first have to be, and then they do. And people forget about the be part, which is developing their own character, developing their own competence, meaning self-reflection, self-awareness, working on patience, working on gentleness, working on serving, the character issues that define a person. I remember reading a great book by David Brooks. I think I recommended this book to you. And the book is called
The Road to Character.
That's it, The Road to Character. And in it, he talks about the difference between what we would call resume virtues versus funeral virtues. And he gives an illustration of funeral virtues are the things, the qualities you hear people talking about at someone's funeral. You talk about the kind of person that they were, the qualities that they possessed, versus resume qualities, which are your accolades, your three-dimensional things that you've done, whether that's getting a degree or working at a certain place, and those things aren't bad. But his point is the resume virtues come second. It's the funeral virtues that come first. So in that way, leaders first have to be before they do. That's how I hear this quote. Most people have the desire to look for the exceptional instead of the desire to be exceptional. Now, even if I didn't look at this quote that way, I still don't agree that most people do this, even a millennial. If they do this, it's in an artificial way. They may think that they're special, but it's superficial. I don't think that they even realize the depth of the issues that are being talked about here. Because the last thing people want to do is look at themselves and change.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with the fact that the millennials, they think that they're special. They try to see themselves as special, but it's all on the outside. It's about Instagram followers. It's about that. It's not about actually changing character, because that's very difficult. It takes a lot of time, a lot of preparation, and a lot of pain too.
But I will say, I don't think that we need to peg millennials in this whole conversation, although
No,
I do see what you're saying. I think this is just generally a human issue. Whether it's millennials or not, I don't think most people are willing to take the hard steps to self-reflect and change themselves. But I do think, to your point, it's even heightened for a millennial because of social media. It's when you go on someone's Instagram and you click on their picture and you scroll by and you see thousands of pictures of somebody's face at different angles, that's mind-boggling to me. That the self-awareness is lacking. The presentation to the world is focus on the externals and not even realizing that the way they're presenting themselves is so artificial that it's all about their outside beauty, whether that's a man or a woman. So
what was what would you suggest? If someone came up to you and said, "Okay, I hear you. I want to be exceptional. I want to have the desire to be exceptional, or I have the desire. Where do I start?"
Well, I don't think it starts with just that desire. I don't think it starts with that understanding. I think it starts with something outside of yourself. I think that greatness is not the thing you seek for. You don't seek to be exceptional. I think that you seek to do something of significance. And I think that's what drives somebody being exceptional. So like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela and all those people were exceptional because they sought out something that was greater than just themselves.
Okay. Cool. No, I love it. I definitely have a different. I guess I just kind of read it with a different outlook on it. Who would you say, like, one last comment? Who would you say that the average person looks for the exceptional as far as relationship wise? Actually, sorry, let me rephrase that because that was horrible. What do you think is the most needed person that we need in order to become better, to become exceptional? Because biblically speaking, God always calls us into a community of people. We're never supposed to do this on our own. Probably should shut that off. We should always have a community of people who are there to keep us accountable, to hold us accountable. Problem is, we don't we don't think of it in that way. So, but I also know that there are a lot of people who don't have a trustworthy group of friends or people who they trust to hold them accountable, to call them out, to better themselves. I luckily have someone like you. I luckily have a lot of people who I have purposely surrounded myself with, or God has blessed me with. So, what would you say to the person who is needing that?
I think Proverbs says that wisdom calls out in the streets, that it shouts out. And I honestly don't think that the people that you're referring to, I don't think that there's a lack of people in their lives. I think maybe it's this: when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I think wisdom shouts. There's plenty of people out there for people to latch onto and grow. It's just most people are not either ready for that or resist that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Cool. Awesome. Well, this was great. Fantastic. Thank you for all your wisdom, Mr. Anthony. But you have anything else you want to say?
Are we wrapping this up?
We are wrapping this up.
Very good. I enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoy this out there too. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. All right. Signing off, everyone. Bye. If you guys want to know more information about our church, Faith Presbyterian Church, or our podcast, please subscribe to our Faith Presbyterian Church YouTube channel. The link is down in the show notes or down in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, I highly recommend you do so. Other than that, please visit our website at faithpc.net. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week.